I mean, you mentioned a little bit earlier, in the earlier part of your career, you did backgrounds for several different artists. Lauryn Hill. I mean, I'm sure so many people in the business have such a high respect for her, and of
But
course,
yeah,
of course, in recent years, I mean, she's been, in headlines for all different kinds of reasons. What was your experience with working with Lauren?
the best thing about working with Lauren was it was my first gig,
Wow.
and like most times people don't really come into the game at that high of a level.
Mm-hmm.
So, like working with her, I learned basically how to do everything, how to navigate my way through. Like if you can make it with her, like you can make it with anybody.
Mm.
Like she knows exactly what she wants,
Yeah.
and she is not going to stop till she gets that. So it's like going from that, I was able to work with anybody and transition to working with anybody easily. And also, I was such a huge fan before even starting to work with her that
Mm-hmm.
it kind of like it was like a really a learning process for me. Like I studied, I was a sponge, and I just studied everything.
Mm-hmm. And what about some of the other artists that you did backgrounds for, like Alicia Keys and John Legend?
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing about John is that and it's so cool to watch that. Like you watch a certain artist, and like I was there in those sessions before his record came out, the first album,
Mm-hmm.
and we're putting these songs together, and I'm hearing this stuff, and I'm like, yo, this dude is dope. Like his stuff is gonna be huge. But you
Mm-hmm.
kind of never know how big it's gonna be because there's been so many artists that I've written for or done backgrounds for or whatever, and you kind of never hear from them. But
Mm-hmm.
it's been like amazing and inspiring to kind of watch John like evolve and blow the way he has. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really dope. That's the crazy thing about John. Actually, I was out in L.A. and I went and saw the John Legend Sade tour.
Yeah.
So and I was like just wowed by the fact that I kind of watched that whole thing evolve from the beginning to now. So
You see how far he's
so
come.
yeah, exactly. And we do similar things, so we're kind of in a similar zone. So
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely inspiring for me.
Most definitely. Did they give you any advice coming up? Coming up with Lauren, coming up with Alicia Keys and John Legend. Did they give you any sort of advice, or have they given you advice recently? Kind of running into each other and that kind of thing.
There's been so much advice from so many people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that two people that are really like I guess mentors to me is kind of like Lettucey.
Mm.
She's been amazing, and what is most impressive about Lettucey is that she's done so much of what she's done on her own, like with very little help. She's kind of like done the White House and done all the things that she's done pretty much by herself. So she's been a real big inspiration to me as far as like on the indie side of things, and kind of
Mm-hmm.
like getting everything popping. And Shaggy, which a lot of people don't realize is like the biggest reggae artist in the world,
He
and
really
he
is.
like still has a huge career all over the world, and
Yeah.
like he's also another person who really like kind of took me under his wing and like showed me that there's so many more places to get money besides America, and there's so many more fans to get besides this here. And
Mm-hmm.
my ear for music just changed so much working with him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like Jay Z, that was a incredible experience touring with Jay Z.
Mm-hmm.
Watching him work and watching how he moves is like you kind of like. I think that's the best thing about what's going on in my career so far is that I've been able to watch everybody at the highest level like do their thing.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, as I do any sort of research in regards to who I have on the show, I was just amazed at the amount of legendary people you've had contact with or worked with and that kind of thing. Um, since you've achieved so many goals so far, what are the short term goals that you have for yourself and your music?
You know what? My goal is really to turn around and hit all of the countries, all of the different cities, all the places that I've hit with other people
Yeah.
with my own material.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to make my music be people's soundtrack and have it be in everybody's iPod. Like ultimately, those are the types of goals I want to have. I want to do shows everywhere. I want to be in everybody's iPod, and that's really what's most important is getting my music out there. Like I that's where I'm at right now is just getting my music out to the world.
Yeah,
So
most definitely. And Jaiden, first of all, I'm a fan of your voice now. I mean, like I said before, I wasn't that familiar. We've mentioned your name on the show before because you were featured on a couple of songs that we played, and I have to say, I was like, wow, where in the hell have I been?
Well, it don't matter because now you're here.
Yeah, most definitely.
Where you've been don't matter as long as you're here now.
For anytime we have guests here on the show, we always ask them to sing a little something. Can you sing a little something for us?
Okay, it might be a little loud because I'm backstage at this concert, but yeah, I'll sing a little something.
All right, anytime you're ready.
What the heck am I gonna sing? All right, I'll just sing something off of Shades of Grey.
Okay.
I never noticed quite how your eyes, they seem to smile. They tell a story you never say, you try to hide. But you like how you feel in the safety of my arms. But you're scared 'cause of them. So I'm forced to read your thoughts. You're always speechless, but your eyes will never lie. So keep being speechless, yeah. Baby, I can read your mind. You don't have to say.
Wow. You have, I mean, I can't even, there's no words. Amazing. Shades of Grey, the mixtape. I definitely tell everyone that they need to download this mixtape. It's free music, or all original music.